Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. You're watching the 9 at Night. I'm Stephania Jimenez. So we're going to start with the big story of the day. Did you feel that rumble? One of the largest earthquakes to ever hit our state rocked West Texas. It was a magnitude 5.4. And the thing is, even though San Antonio is more than 350 miles from the epicenter, people right here felt it. Now, there were at least 3 buildings in the downtown area where people felt strong shaking. The Moody Learning Center is one example. It's got 7 floors, and people on the top floors of that building felt it, and others even saw furniture move. That happened around 3:35 p.m. Moments later, people evacuated the buildings. Now, the thing is, earthquakes are so rare in San Antonio that people here just didn't know what to make of it.
My seat shook back and forth. And I went back and forth like this, and I wasn't aware of what happened. And I thought maybe I was a little lightheaded or something.
Out of an abundance of caution, classes at San Antonio College were canceled, but they're going to resume tomorrow. Police walked through all the buildings and everything was cleared. It's official. The San Antonio Missions have new owners. The new ownership group includes some pretty big names. The $28 million deal went through after City Council transferred the lease agreement at Wolf Stadium to this new local ownership group last week. Designated Bidders LLC, a group formed by local San Antonio business executives, has agreed to purchase the AA Farm Club missions from Dave Elmore and the Elmore Group for the first time since the 1980s, when the late Tom Turner owned the baseball franchise. The team is going to be under local ownership. And here are some of the big names that we're talking about as part of this. We're talking about Peter J. Holt, the SS&E chairman, Nolan Ryan, you know him, come on. David Robinson from the Basketball Hall of Fame, Manu Ginobili. Also, does he need any introduction? Are also Henry Cisneros, the former mayor, Graham Weston, the former Rack Space CEO, Bob Cohen, the former Clear Channel executive, and La Familia Cortez. Now, we have a lot of questions, and tomorrow we're going to get some answers. There's going to be a press conference at 10 a.m. behind home plate at Wolf Stadium, and we're going to let you know what we find out.
Washed her bloodstained hands and walked away from children and teachers that were being tortured with kicks to the arms, head, body, spit on, and laughed at while lying there dying with gunshot wounds.
A no-show for Lieutenant Mariano Pargas, the re-elected commissioner, who is getting new heat for his actions or inaction during the Robb Elementary School shooting. CNN released his audio speaking as the interim police chief with a 911 dispatcher on that fateful day. The conversations that were recorded reveal that he was aware the classrooms probably had shooting victims who were still alive, but did nothing. Alicia Barrera takes us to that meeting where Pargas got some pretty tough questions.
While all eyes were on the empty commissioner's seat, moments before today's Uvalde County Commissioner's Court was called into session,
no response.
Sheriff Ruben Nolasco made his first public appearance since the deadly shooting, refusing to give answers.
There's no response at this time.
And we're not talking about the investigation. I'm talking to your message to your community that you serve. Are there literally no words, no comment?
My sincere condolences go out to the family. I felt their loss. One of my deputies lost a child, so it hit home. Yes, it did hit home. So my condolences, my sincere condolences go out to the family.
And are you frustrated that they don't get any answers yet?
Yes, there's some frustration, but whenever you're investigating things, it takes its proper channels.
Meanwhile, inside the commissioner's courtroom, families of the victims fighting another battle to hold Lieutenant Mariano Pargas responsible.
You have brought shame to the community.
He has broken the public trust to which he was elected. It's time for Mr. Pargas to step down.
According to the Uvalde County judge, Pargas' absence today doesn't affect his role.
There's no requirement that he attend any meeting.
Removal proceedings start with any individual filing a petition at a district court. However, those here hope Pargas makes that decision for himself.
You'll always be remembered like this, anywhere you go.
He was coward that day, and he's cowardly now to couldn't show face.
In this case, state law protects County Commissioner Pargas from being removed, and although his future here is uncertain, the families tell me that they will continue to put pressure on Pargas and any other law enforcement official present at Robb Elementary on May 24th. In Uvalde, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
In San Antonio, many of you have been asking why police didn't immediately arrest the councilman who got in trouble after a hit-and-run accident. Why wasn't Clayton Perry arrested right there on the spot? That's something that we asked the police chief. You may remember that an SAPD officer found Perry lying injured in his own backyard just yards away from the running Jeep that a witness had followed to Perry's home. The officer's body cam video, which is time-stamped more than an hour after the crash, makes it clear that he believed Perry was the driver, and also that he believed Perry was drunk or otherwise intoxicated. But Perry denied driving. Police didn't arrest him or even test his blood alcohol levels. Police Chief William McManus says that that's because the officer couldn't prove that Perry had been behind the wheel.
It all boils down to that, whether or not there was probable cause to believe that an arrest could have been made on the scene. And if an arrest could have been made on the scene, then there would have been breathalyzer or the blood draw.
Now, after getting more information from the witness, Perry was eventually charged with failure to stop and provide information. That said, though, police are still investigating Perry for a possible DWI. A Bexar County Sheriff's deputy suspended after telling the son of a school superintendent to delete explicit photos and video of a female classmate. BCSO records obtained by KSAT Investigates show that Deputy Henry Combe was suspended back in October. His suspension comes after responding to a potential child pornography case in September. The paperwork shows that a female student came forward to say that she sent the superintendent's son and another male student explicit photos and videos. When an attorney with the DA's office told Combe that the criminal case would be rejected, Combe told the Somerset ISD superintendent's son to delete the photos. Now, it's unclear if he told the other male student to do the same. Combe was suspended for poor job performance and for improper handling of evidence. Now, we asked Somerset ISD for a comment. A spokeswoman said that Superintendent Dr. Saul Hinojosa is out of town and will review our request on Thursday. Now we're going to take things outside. Meteorologist Adam Caskey has your forecast for Friday Eve.
Increasing clouds tonight, a stray sprinkle possible tomorrow morning, but nothing to really worry about or get excited about either. 39 degrees at 7 a.m. By noon, we're at 56. Then 4 o'clock, a high of only 59 degrees. Not much of a breeze tomorrow. Even cooler on Friday, 55. And wait till Saturday arrives. 46, the high temperature. We'll be in the 40s all day Saturday, low clouds with some periodic dampness. Some sprinkles and very light showers may be coming and going. Then Sunday we dry out a bit, but only 52 degrees.
Wow, fall weather. All right, now the people who don't get to spend their holidays with their families got a pretty nice treat today, a well-deserved treat, I might say. This morning, Generations Federal Credit Union employees delivered Thanksgiving to more than 50 San Antonio fire stations and the responders' families. This is called the Turkey Express. One San Antonio firefighter told us that it means the world to him, especially having grown up in a family of firefighters.
I grew up as a firefighter in a firefighter family and know what that means. On holidays, we had trouble getting together on holidays because either my dad was working or my uncle was working or whatever. So we have so many family members in it that it was really difficult. So I understand the struggle of our firefighters during the holiday season.
Yeah, big time. Now, those meals contain turkeys, hams, and apple pies. Can't have Thanksgiving without apple pie. Certainly sounds delicious and well-deserved. And we're out of time. The 9 at Night returns tomorrow. Have a beautiful night and stay warm.